Welcome to Santa Barbara for CCL Baseball on the Foresters Network. Today, the Stars will welcome in the MLB Academy Barons for a Saturday afternoon matchup and the final meeting of the year between the two teams. I'm Hunter Schumacher alongside Nate Martin, and we welcome you to Santa Barbara High School. Well, Nate, this is another season series that is currently tied. When we look back to yesterday, it was a thrilling win for the Foresters over the Oaks.
Yeah, well, you talk about season series being tied, and so far this season against every CCL team the Foresters have faced, they've taken the division series, and it's oftentimes been in thrilling fashion. You think about back to that 12-inning game, between Arroyo Seco and Santa Barbara that gave the Foresters series win over them. And then, of course, last night, a walk-off victory over Conejo to get the series win over the defending CCL champs and rivals. Really, really exciting stuff, and they get another opportunity here against the Barons to get another series win.
On the hill today will be A.J. Crodell, but he'll be facing this lineup for the Barons. Chip Mertz to lead off, batting second, Nathaniel Williams. Batting third, J.J. Nielsen. To bat fourth, Tommy Gooden. Batting fifth, Jason Del Villar. To bat sixth, Antonio Lujan. Batting seventh, Jacob Klinowski. In the 8th spot, Alejandro Torres and Isaac Ocampo in the 9th spot. Crodell's first pitch misses upstairs, and we're underway from Santa Barbara High School. And by the way, Joel Tornero will be the starting pitcher for the Barons. Comes a 1-0 pitch from A.J. on his 6th start in the season. He's at a 1-1 count to Chip Mertz.
Yeah, and Crodell's been one of the main starters we've seen Santa Barbara employ. All of his appearances have been as the starter, and he's been really solid. 2.57 ERA. It's got a 4-pitch mix: fastball, slider, changeup, and curveball.
Here comes a 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Mertz, who enters today, hitting .238. With the Academy Barons entering today, playing their 26th game of the season. Foresters, their 29th. 1-2 pitch is chopped. Here comes Xavier Esker. A good play from the second baseman. One down in the opening inning. As we can take a look at the defense for Santa Barbara, Easton Muma will be at third. Sawyer Farr back at short. Esker just made the play at second. Caden Miller is at first base. Cole Chamberlain today does the catching. In the outfield, Mick Paul in left. Terrence Kill in center, and Brenton Clark out in right.
You saw Esker over there making the play. His name was called upon a lot last night in the win. Made a lot of great defensive plays over there at second.
There's a first pitch strike to Nathaniel Williams. One of the better averages, and when you look at this lineup, the best average today in this lineup for Kenny Landreau, the manager and longtime manager at that for the Academy Barons. Here comes an 0-1. He's down, ball, and a strike.
Not only is it a high average, but it's a high slugging percentage as well. He's slugging .667 and OPS above 1,000. This is one of, if not the best hitters in the CCL.
That is on the outside corner. A nice changeup from Crodell, 1 and 2. And when you look at this lineup, the Barons, a lot of pop, 17 home runs on the year. Strike 2 pitch, whiff and a miss. Strikeout number 1 on the day for A.J. 2 out in the opening inning.
And that's what Crodell has done all summer long. Generates swings and misses. Currently leads the CCL with strikeouts in 31. That's his 32nd of the summer.
And A.J. entering today at 2.57 ERA, his 6th start of this Forester season. Entering today, 21 innings in the books. First pitch slider to J.J. Nielsen. 0-1.
And it's just because he's got so many breaking balls that he can go to. If just one's working, that's all he needs.
Ball on the strike for the number 3 batter. The Barons lost 4 straight games entering today, and actually their last one was the victory against the Stars here at Eddie Matthews Field. It's over to Esker once again. Off 2 hops, a little bit of a fumble, and reaching will be J.J. Nielsen with 2 down in the first.
Even then, it's tough to get a guy like Nielsen out. I mean, this was a player who was a 2-sport athlete coming out of high school. Former 3-star quarterback recruit, went on to Hawaii to play there. Focusing on baseball now, but you can still see that speed he employed on the gridiron.
So 2-out error for J.J. Nielsen to reach to continue the inning. That's going to bring up Tommy Gooden with 2 out and the man at first. High fly ball into left center field. Drifting over is Terrence Kill. He'll make a play at it in the gap, and the side will be retired. Crodell, 1 pitch after the 2-out error, and through a half. Forester bats coming up next. No score in Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
The top of the second inning.
Bottom of the first inning, no score, and here's the lineup for Santa Barbara. Leading off will be Xavier Esker. Batting second, Caden Miller. Batting third, Easton Mumaw. In the 4 spot, Brenton Clark. Cole Chamberlain does the catching in the 5 spot. Terrence Kill will bat 6th to bat 7th. Mick Paul. In the 8 hole, the DH, Caleb Hoover. Bat 9th, Sawyer Farr. And the starting pitcher today, Nate, the southpaw from Azusa Pacific University, Joel Tornero, get his 6th start of the season.
Yeah, and again, we see a team counter a lefty-heavy lineup with Santa Barbara with a lefty. Tornero has had a hard time this summer adjusting to CCL play, a 7.41 ERA. Last time he played, had a tough appearance against the Riptide where he gave up 5 runs in 3 innings, putting 5 hits.
He's recorded a decision in his first 5 starts, 3-2 record entering today. He'll be facing Esker, Miller, and Mumaw in Santa Barbara. What a win yesterday it was in the bottom of the 9th. Couple base runners, Clark and Chamberlain got aboard. Terrence Kill put a ball in play, and Brenton Clark did the rest, coming home, evading a tag at the plate to walk it off for the Sturs. So Esker starts off his day at the plate with a called strike from Tornero.
I think a big reason why was this guy right here at the plate, Xavier Esker. He had a couple of RBIs late in the game on sac flies, made some great defensive plays, 2 for 3 at the plate as well.
He's at a 1-1 count, 2 hits early in that game, and huge sac fly in the 8th inning after when Santa Barbara put up 2 runs. Just a 1 run to counteract after Conejo put up 4 runs between the 7th and 8th innings. Here's a 1-1. That's away, ball 2. The season series tied a game apiece. So just the 3rd meeting this season between these two teams. It should be the 4th, but a game was canceled early on this season. 2-1 pitch, left side, hard hits, Williams. And a ground out will start the inning for the Foresters.
Yeah, but whenever Esker bats a ball, it's always loud. He always finds the meat of the bat.
Now batting number 4.
Time right to the third baseman, Williams, as you said, but
Miller.
has contact to open up the day for the second baseman.
That's now going to bring up Caden Miller. Nobody on, 1 away. You saw Miller enter yesterday. Pinch hit for Caleb Hoover. Starts off his day at the plate with the ball away, 1-0.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of lineup experimentation for Santa Barbara recently. Caden Miller, we've seen him, hitting lone spots. We've also seen him hitting second as he is here today.
Yesterday, Mick Paul was batting second. Mick's batting 7th today. A lot of shuffling on the deck for Bill Pintard. That is down in a favorable count now for Miller, 2-0.
Yeah, but I'd say, that is to be expected. They got 2 new really quality bats in Paul and Esker just last week. Got to be able to find what works for you before you head over to Wichita next week.
Coming up real quick, here's a 2-0 high and tight ball 3. And you look at the season schedule. Have a game tomorrow and then just 4 next week after the All-Star break. CCL Showcase game on Wednesday, which will be hosted by the MLB Academy Barons, who we played today. 3-0 pitch. Green light for Caden Miller. Fouls it off. Strike 1.
Always do play it there at the Academy, and as we mentioned, got the chance to go down there. It's a great complex they have at Compton College.
3-1 the count for Miller. And against this left-hander, Tornero, after Miller, 3 more left-handed hitters 3-1 pitch is foul back in the starting pitcher, Tornero. Full count now after falling behind 3-0.
Let's do a couple of foul balls from Miller. Had the green light on the 3-0, and then you expect to get something to swing at there on the 3-1, and he did. Fouls it off. Got to tighten up with 2 strikes.
Santa Barbara, critical win yesterday. On top by a game and a half in the Southern Division. Now the payoff pitch to Caden Miller is called strike 3, and Miller thought he had base on balls, but will go down looking, and Tornero 3 straight strikes to punch out Miller, 2 out in the opening inning.
And he come back in the count from Tornero. A couple of fastballs in the zone that drew foul balls, and then the breaking ball away from the lefty. Always so tough to judge when you're facing a southpaw in the batter's box.
Bases clear, 2 down. Here is Easton Muma. Easton will see a slider away. Ball 1, and Muma, you made a point of it yesterday, Nate, but has been stapled in that 3 spot really this entire season for Bill Pintard's. Not changed at all, even though guys above him and below him have been shifted around. Comes a 1-0 pitch. That's upstairs, ball 2.
Which is really such a luxury to have, right? Like some consistency in, a very important part in the lineup. The 3-hole, it's usually where you want to have your best here. The guy that can drive in runs and bring the lead off a couple batters around.
And he is ahead 3-0. So for the second straight batter, Joel Tornero falling behind 3-0. In case you're wondering, the walk to strikeout ratio, 8 walks entering today to 16 strikeouts. The 3-0 is located. Strike 1.
Very impressive numbers. Going to start on June 25th against the Riptide, where he struck out 7 and only walked 1. Easily his best performance of the summer.
Comes a 3-1 pitch, and that is upstairs, and a 2-out walk for Easton Muma. First base runner of the day for Santa Barbara.
Now batting number 6, Brenton Clark.
That's what Muma's done a lot this summer. OBP of 422, and it's pretty hard to have a higher on-base percentage than that, but the guy coming to the plate here, Brenton Clark, does.
Yesterday he was aboard 3 times. The biggest time was a 1-out walk in the 9th inning, and you weren't able to see it. You should go back and check it out, how he's able to get his way home to walk it off for Santa Barbara. And he'll take a first pitch strike. Nothing in 1.
Partially that was thanks to some aggressive base running. He stole second, made it over to third, and then evaded the pickle, as we said. Really, really impressive performance from Brenton Clark.
0-1 pitch is away, and move on well off of first base. Only 2 stolen bases this season for Easton, but it's now 1-1. 1-1 the count for the hero from yesterday's ball game. Another left-handed hitter. Check swing, and he went around for strike 2.
It's tough. Clark.
So they'll have to shorten up. 1 on, 2 down. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. Joel Tornero, 6th appearance, wants to cycle through a couple with Isaac Ocampo, catcher today. Comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's inside. And the defense for the Barons, Nathaniel Williams is at third. J.J. Nielsen is at short. Chip Mertz at second. Jason Delviar at first. Ocampo does the catching. Antonio Lujan is in left. Alejandro Torres center. Jacob Klinowski in right. 2-2 pitch is called strike 3, and Clark, you don't see that often, will go down looking, let alone striking out. But Tornero works around a 2-out walk and through 1. No score in Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569 1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the second inning. A.J. Crodell will face Jason Del Villar, Antonio Lujan, Jacob Klinowski. That is 5, 6, and 7 scheduled in the top of the second. Scoreless game. The season series finale between the Academy Barons and the Santa Barbara Foresters. Crodell worked around a 2-out error in the opening inning. Will miss there to Del Villar. Ball 1.
Yeah, but we also saw, some struck out stuff. Struck out one of the best hitters in the CCL, and Nathaniel Williams, and hoping to pick up where he left off here in the second.
That's foul back off home plate umpire's mask, 1-1. Del Villar entering today, hitting .292. First baseman defensively for the Academy Barons, who in their last contest, which was yesterday against Yossi Riptide, was a 1-6 loss. Here comes a 1-1. Strike 2.
Barons riding a 4-game losing streak, as we talked about. Their last win came against the Foresters.
That was a huge win for the Barons. And now 1-2 pitch. And that is dribbled and fair down the first baseline. Crodell flips 1 out.
Good heads-up play there by A.J. Crodell. You never know if those balls are going to stay fair or drift foul, and he went after it, and that looked like it was staying in the entire time. So good read by AJ and easy flip over to first where Caden Miller received it.
Going back to that win for the Barons, the only time Santa Barbara has been shut out this entire season, a 3-0 win for the Barons. Frankie Lopez got the start in that ball game. It was a quality start for the Barons starting pitcher. That's ball 1 now to Antonio Lujan.
Kind of in that stretch where the Foresters were facing the #1 guys for a lot of teams, and Frankie Lopez looked really impressive that day.
Here's a shot into right. Brenton Clark will have to move in, but a comfortable play for Brenton. 2 out in the second.
I was hitting the line, but Clark's got some great speed out there in right field and hustled in to get a quick out, too.
Base is clear. 2 down. That's going to bring up Jacob Klinowski. Klinowski hitting out the 7-hole today for Kenny Landreau. First pitch drops in nicely from Crodell. Strike 1. Klinowski hitting 167 entering today. Comes a strike 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
One of those guys, who strikes out a lot, but has got some good pop on his plate. Hit a home run last time he played here. Eddie Matthews.
0-2 pitch, and he will strike out. Didn't touch it. Long throw from Chamberlain. Fires a strike at first base in a 1-2-3 inning for A.J. Crodell. They're 1.5. No score. Eddie Matthews Field.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569 99 1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the second inning, Stars will have Cole Chamberlain, Terrence Kill, Mick Paul scheduled. A lefty, righty, lefty, and if anyone reaches base, Caleb Hoover will bat fourth in this inning. Another left-handed hitter as Joel Tornero worked around a two-out walk in the opening inning, struck out two, and will be Chamberlain to lead off this inning for Santa Barbara. Starts off with the ball, 1-0.
Trying to get the breaking ball going early against the lefty, and that one way out of his zone. He's going to have to do better than that if he wants to generate a swing and miss from Cole Chamberlain.
Chamberlain entering today hitting .297. Going back to that slider. Strike one this time, and Chamberlain able to reach base 3 times yesterday. Also a stolen bag to his name, so serving as a DH, but back behind the plate today, doing the catching for Bill Pintard. Wind's blowing out gently towards left center field. 1-1 is in there for strike 2.
Still going with the slider, but now finding the zone a little bit more vertical than horizontal drop on those last two. Chamberlain's got to tighten up here.
After Cole, Terrence Kill, and then Mick Paul. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Tornero. Swing and a miss. Chamberlain strikes out and retired at first base in the third K of the day for Tornero. One down in the second.
Now batting, sponsored by Ablett's
Very
Beers,
quickly
number
has kind of
2,
established
Terrence
himself on the
Kill,
mound pretty well here.
second.
The breaking ball against the lefty-heavy lineup. If that's working, it's going to be a long day for Santa Barbara.
And here's some respite from the left-handed pitching as Terrence Kill will hit from the right side. You look at the splits today. 6 lefties with a switch hitter. Sawyer Farbian out of the 9 spot. First pitch missing inside for Kill. Ball 1.
Yeah, Kill. We talked about Brenton Clark getting that run to walk it off, but it was the batter, Terrence Kill, who technically was the walk-off hero.
And right back to the hill. Tornero, nice reflex. Kind of had to bend his way back. And there's the second out in the second inning.
Really impressive play by the
Now batting,
pitcher.
sponsored by Citywide Home Mortgage.
Seeing some good
number
defense
15,
from the guys on the
Mick
bump this afternoon.
Paul.
2 out. Base is clear. And here is Mick Paul. With Kill batting 6 today, as he was yesterday. And Kill, we've seen a lot batting second. Batting 6 again today. Mick Paul was in that 2-hole yesterday, batting 7th today. First pitch, squared around a bunt. Ball 1. And the winds now have shifted out towards right field, more the typical breeze here at Eddie Matthews Field. And with 2 down, Mick Paul sees a 1-0 pitch. That's going to miss upstairs. 93 from Tornero. He's still got some some good velo on his heater, but it was ball 2. Third baseman Nathaniel Williams playing in now at third. 2-0 pitch is on the inside edge. Another fastball, strike 1.
A couple times now where Paul's shown a bunt, even with, 2 outs, could be an effective tool to get on, especially if the speed, excuse me, that Mick Paul possesses.
But another man facing the lefty starter. Now at a 2-2 count. Really nice pitch from Joel Tornero. And remember, he's recorded a decision all of his first 5 starts. 6 start today. Actually, both starting pitchers. 6 starts this afternoon. Crodell a 1-0 record and a 3-2 record for Tornero.
Interestingly enough, though, Crodell's only had 1 decision all summer.
With 2 out, the 2-2 pitch to Paul, just able to tap it somehow. Wraps it back behind him. And it's 2-2.
Has to be said, every single time Crodell has been the starting pitcher, the Foresters have gotten a win.
Two down and Mick Paul. Now committed to go to the University of Washington. Played with LSU this past year. See the 2-2 pitch from Joel Tornero. That's upstairs at 94, so inching up on that velo. Well upstairs, full count.
It's really tough to face a lefty as well with a velo. Typically the southpaws. Slower pitch is better at the command, but 94 from lefty, that's really tough as a batter in this at this level.
The 3-2 pitch to the first baseman, Del Villar. Nice pick and wins the foot race, and it'll be a 1-2-3 second for Joel Tornero. And through 2, scoreless game from Eddie Matthews Field.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Welcome back to Eddie Matthews Field. Nate Martin alongside Hunter Shoemake. We enter the top of the 3rd inning in this scoreless affair between the Santa Barbara Foresters and the MLB Academy Barons. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Academy. Alejandro Torres, Isaac Ocampo, and Chip Mertz to face Crodell, one of the top pitchers in this Foresters staff, who's really solid start to the day. First pitch fouled off the bat of Alejandro Torres to bring the count to 0-1. Torres this summer hitting 167. Goes around on that 0-1 pitch to bring the count to 0-2. Crodell working with the off speed to start this 3rd inning.
And AJ's looked really nice as he has done all season long. Already has 2 Ks to his name.
Tried to go for the 3rd on the breaking ball way out of his zone, and Torres was not fooled. Brings the count to 1-2. The 1-2 offering. Nearly hits Torres, who has to duck down and only even the count up. Breaking balls in a row from Crodell, but all over the place. 2-2. Strikeout looking. 3rd of the day for Crodell.
Brought to you by Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating.
Torres will have to head back to
Now
the
batting, number
dugout.
24, Isaac
Not much to
Ocampo.
offer. Brings up Isaac Ocampo, catcher, the 9-hole hitter this afternoon. First pitch will miss the zone there to the count to 1-0. Something we've noted about AJ Cradell and really a lot of the UCSB pitchers on this staff as the 1-0 misses upstairs to bring the count to 2-0. He likes to work fast.
Oh, yes. And it's been fun watching him pitch. I mean, just gets the ball. Even the batters have to resettle themselves after how fast he works.
It's really a tool if you can use it right, as the pitch right there finds the zone to bring the count to 2-1. Fourth pitch of the AB. Inside, strike two. The heat from Crodell just finds the zone. Campo's got to straighten up on this 2-strike pitch. Gets him looking again, strike three.
That strikeout was brought to you by Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating.
Crodell heating up in this sunny afternoon. Brings back around the top of the order,
Now
Chip
batting number
Mertz.
9, Chip Mertz.
Going back to that second inning, 3 straight Ks for AJ. And you said earlier, Nate, how good he has been in the strikeout numbers. Now in the season, 35.
League leader in that category. First pitch to Mertz, who grounds out to second in the first inning, and he will do so again to end the top of the third. The Barons go down in order. When we return, it'll be Hoover, Farr, and Esker to the plate for Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
Needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Another sunny afternoon here at Eddie Matthews Field as we begin the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Hoover, Farr, and Esker for the Foresters facing the Barons lefty, Joel Ternero, who's been really solid to start the afternoon.
The only man to reach base against him was Easton Muma, 2-out walk in the opening inning. Everyone else retired by the starting lefty.
And it'll be lefty-lefty matchup here. Hoover typically seen in the lineup against Southpaws, but Bill Pintard rolling with him today. First pitch to Hoover. Breaking ball finds his own 0-1, and it's really been the breaking ball that's been doing a lot of damage for Ternero. Playing with the timing, 0-1. Swing and a miss from Hoover, trying to catch up to the heat and unsuccessful. Quickly falls behind 0-2. Hoover this season hitting just above 200, but of course a power bat had the first home run of the season for Santa Barbara. The 0-2 nearly hits him and just misses the zone to bring the count to 1-2. Trade about Hoover, only a power bat, but does a good job getting on base as well. The 1-2 offering will find the zone. Another strikeout for Joel Ternero.
4 on the day, and 3 of those 4 all looking, and starting lefty. All those strikeouts against the left-handed hitters. It's going to bring up the switch hitter.
Such a nice ability to have in the lineup if you're Bill Pintard. Good to see Sawyer Farr back in the mix after the off day yesterday afternoon. First pitch to Farr. Swung on over to the shortstop Nielsen. Curls it over to Del Villar, a little high, and Farr will reach. LVR tried to get him, and Farr with that speed, just able to beat it. Didn't help that the throw from Nielsen was high. So it'll go down as an error on Nielsen, the shortstop. That'll bring up the top of the order, Xavier Esker. This time, a loud ground out over to the third baseman. Check on Farr over there on first base. Sawyer Farr, some good speed on the bag. 11 stolen bases this summer. First pitch to Esker, and Farr takes off. Throw comes in, strike. Sliding in safe is Sawyer. Just like that, a runner in scoring position for the top of the order.
And one thing to know as well on that error, so Nielsen, the shortstop, reached on error earlier today, but now Farr is able to reach off of Nielsen. He reached on error earlier in the ball game.
Farr at second for Esker, who took the strike there 0-1. The 0-1 misses low to bring the count even at 1 apiece. Esker, it's only his 5th game as a Stir, already has a home run. The big extra base hits. He's got some nice pop to that 5'10" frame. The 1-1 misses high and away, ball 2.
And that short stint here with Santa Barbara brought home 6 already. Of course, that home run definitely helps your cause, but been great to see him swinging the lumber well and a lot of shots in the outfield.
2-1. And checks back on Farr. Not really competitive. Something we kind of talked about. Foresters weren't really stealing too many bases. Then, of course, yesterday they kind of made up for some lost time. Esker, it's for the 2-1 offering. Farr goes over to third, but it'll be fouled off. He'll have to retreat back to second.
And one note on that stolen base train of thought. I mean, 5 attempted stolen bases yesterday, and entering today, 100 attempts now. And swiping bases entering today, and already have a successful one, Sawyer, today. So, make it 101 attempts.
The way Bill Pintard wants to play is we'll do the 2-strike pitch again to Esker. She'll be high and away. We'll bring the count to full. 3-2. Esker making Tornero work for it. Tornero playing with the timing. Step off the bag to look over to Sawyer Farr. Comes the payoff pitch. High for ball 4. Esker will head over to first. There'll be 2 on here for Santa Barbara as
Now batting, sponsored by
the Barons. Ocampo wants to have a word with his pitcher, Tornero. After a quick out one to Hoover, Farr reached on the error, and then a couple of tough misses on Esker, including that high ball 4. Have to tighten up here with Caden Miller coming to the plate.
Miller's been seeing the baseball well in the second walk given up today by Tornero, and now 10 walks on the season through 19 and a third innings pitched.
That'll hit Miller. Loads up the bases.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Yeah, that did look like it hurt. Got him right in the back. Miller heads over to first, and have a pitching coach coming out here for the Barons, of course, managed by the longtime major leaguer Kenny Landreau. It's not Kenny Landreau, that's their pitching coach. And what an organization they run down there in Compton. Such a cool opportunity for the community.
Absolutely, and really when you look at these two teams, just the knowledge of the head coach is so valuable, and try to seep out as much information as you can throughout the course of a summer.
Of course, you talk about the knowledge, but also what it does for the community. Obviously, today, Hugs for Cubs Day here at the ballpark. We had the BMW on the field. A very special day for the Santa Barbara Foresters, of course.
Absolutely.
The charity founded by Bill Pintard, his son, Eric, just to raise money for kids with cancer, provide them with amazing opportunities. As the base is loaded here for Easton Muma, who will take that pitch low for ball one, and kind of out of nowhere, Forster's opportunity here to strike first in this ball game. The 1-0 offering. Hyan missing ball two. Muma, no hesitation there. Walked last time he faced Ternero and quickly ahead here, 2-0. The windup from Ternero. This is away, ball three, and with nowhere to put Muma, a couple of free bases given out today, I don't expect to see a swing from Easton on the 3-0.
2 walks given up by Tornero. Big spot here for the starter for the Barons.
The 3-0 offering. Hit on high into center field. Tracking back and falls for a base hit. Sawyer Farr comes across. They're waving around Esker. It'll be 2-0 Santa Barbara.
Now batting, sponsored by
That's what
Pacific
Easton
Crest,
Muma
number
has
6,
done all
Brendan
season long,
Clark.
finding gaps and scoring runs. A big start to the ball game for Santa Barbara.
2 RBIs by Easton Mumon, brought to us by our friends at Gold's Gym. Always appreciate our friends at Gold's Gym. Helping the Stars pump the iron as well, extra base hits.
You can see the power on that one. Out into deep left as Brenton Clark heading up here. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Clark struck out looking last time he faced Tornero. Headed here, 1-0. That strike outside will even the count up at 1 apiece. Clark obviously had that game-winning run last night, evaded the pickle. I mean, what an incredible play for
So
Brent.
cool.
Kind of talked about it last night, got the chance to talk with him, and mentioned, he knew no matter what, he was going to be running on that ball, and even though it was a weak grounder over to first, he still went and still found a way home, and I guess that's what great players do, Hunter.
Absolutely.
Ahead here, 2-1 against Tornero. And when warming up in the bullpen, despite this being a long inning, 2-1 offering fouled back. The count even once again, 2-2. Of course, Clark, one of those guys, threat to steal, got some really nice speed. Can get on, which he's done so many times this season. 2-2 from Ternero. Outside, that loads up the count full. Tough take against the lefty. Tornero waving him off. Steps off the mound and ready's up for this payoff pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again. The runner's, of course, taken up on the full count. Brenton Clark, not only does he get on base because he takes pitches, a really solid hitter. We know how many times he's been able to send one into opposite field this summer.
So cool, and you've just seen him take batting practice, how he's able to do that so consistently.
3-2 once again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw over to second. Will not be in time. Of course, the runners were taking off there, and Clark went down looking in the first. Goes down swinging here in the third to bring up Cole Chamberlain with 2 in scoring position, 2 down. We've already seen 2 runs come in across the plate. That's a lot of 2s, Hunter.
A lot of 2s, and Cole Chamberlain trying to add to it and pile on as many runs as the Foresters can muster in this 3rd inning.
Chamberlain struck out swinging to start the 2nd, his 2nd time facing the southpaw Tornero. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Can catch up to the heat from the lefty.
Yeah, and that fastball sitting right around 92, 93. We've seen it inch up to 94. And working the off-speed stuff as well. The slider's gotten a lot of the lefty batters looking today.
The 0-1. Looked at, strike 2. Does go to the breaking ball there on the outer half, and it just clipses the zone. Chamberlain's got to tighten up on the 0-2. The 0-2. Hit over. Second baseman, no one covering, and the throw will be in time to get out of the inning. But not before some damage comes across the plate. The Foresters lead 2-0 as we head into the top of the 4th. It'll be Williams, Nielsen, and Gooden for the Barons.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a 3rd-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th, A.J. Crodell working quickly here. 32 pitches through 3 innings, and he now has some run support behind him. 2 runs scored in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Williams, Nielsen, and Gooden trying to answer back here for the Barons. Williams, of course, one of the top bats in the CCL. An OPS above 1,000. Struck out swinging last time and swings at the first pitch offering from Crodell. He goes down 0-1. One. Swing and a miss again, strike 2, and very quickly, 3rd baseman Williams falling behind here to Crodell. Two-strike pitch. Just fouled off on the breaking ball, and Williams fighting to stay alive here against the top strikeout man in the CCL. The 0-2 again. Outside. Get him in the outer half of the plate, but it just misses. 1-2 now to Williams. Rising sophomore Santa Ana, who swings and misses at that one.
That strikeout was brought to you by Lee and
The
Sons
heat outside
Plumbing
had
and
Williams fold his second strikeout of a day and
Heating.
Crodell's
All right,
fifth.
fans, it's time for
And you
the
just
beer
even see the
batter.
changing
Here's the
timing.
beer.
Say how AJ buries up his delivery tempo. It's holding, and then that last pitch going quick.
That'll bring up J.J. Nielsen and quickly finds his own there, 0-1. This time Nielsen came up, reached on an E4 in the first. And quickly falls behind, swing and miss for strike two. Crodell. Bring him up, strike three.
That strikeout was brought to you by Lee and Sons
The people
Plumbing
at Eddie
and
Matthews getting
Heating.
their
And
beer
everyone
as
some
the
free
beer batter, J.J. Nielsen, goes down swinging.
Now batting
Crodell's
number
second
47,
K of the
Tommy
inning.
Gooden.
Just like that, that'll bring up the DH Gooden. Deep fly out to Terrence Kill out in center in the first. Crodell misses on that one to bring the count to 1-0. Offering misses the zone again, 2-0. Gooden heading to Vanderbilt in the fall, was one of the top prospects nationally, top 5 in the country, Hunter. You can see why on the line drive into center. That one will drop, goes off the wall. Kill has to cover, throw into second, and Gooden will retreat back to first after the wide turn around the bag. 2-out hit for the Barons.
Just the second base
Now
runner of the
batting
day
number 23, Jason
for the Academy.
Delvillar.
That'll bring up Jason Delvillar. Rounded out to Crodell to end the first inning. And that one goes up the middle again. It'll be another base hit. A 2-out rally. He's trying to get one going here. It'll be runners on first and second with 2 down to bring up Antonio Lujan.
Now
For AJ
batting
Crodell and Santa Barbara,
22,
going 3
Antonio
2/3,
Lujan.
only having a single base runner, and now back-to-back hits after not giving up a hit all day. And huge chance now for the Barons to push in at least 1 run with Lujan.
Gave up 2 in the third. And looking for an answer here in the fourth with 2 on, 2 down. First pitch in the dirt, and that'll get away from Chamberlain. Kind of caught in a pickle here. They'll have to get the runner out, and they do. Gooden tried to take off, but he'll be caught out in the pickle. Foresters still lead 2-0. It'll be Kill, Paul, and Hoover to the plate for Santa Barbara in the bottom of the fourth.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Number 2, Terrence
Foresters
Hill
got their first run to the ball game last time up. They'll try to do it again here in the bottom of the fourth. Terrence Kill, Mick Paul, and Caleb Hoover to the plate. J.J. Tenero still remains in the game after giving up 2 runs in that third inning.
Big chance for some good bats to continue to work against this starting pitcher. And Got a righty and then two lefties, so two lefties in the favorable lefty-lefty matchup for Tornero.
It'll start with the righty and kill. First pitch looked at high for ball one. Last time around, TK trying to bullet right back to Tornero, who made a really nice rotation in the air and got the out. 1-0 misses high again to bring the count to 2-0, and kill kind of going through a tough time, had the couple of hitless days in a row. Walked it off last night at 7-6 win over Conejo. The 2-0 to kill. Inside, almost hits him, had to get out of the way to bring the count to 3-0. And Tornero, after giving up a couple of walks in the last inning, behind here against Kill. 3-0 swung on into opposite field, but right to the right fielder. Klinovsky making the snag for out one. And a loud out one at that for TK. That'll bring up McPaul here with one down, nobody on. Of course, Paul just joined the Foresters this week for a good reason. A national championship with the LSU Tigers out in Omaha. Paul going to build off that momentum from the spring into the summer, into the fall, where he is transferring to the University of Washington. Quickly falls behind there, though, 0-1. Paul, that ground out over to first to end the second inning. Second time facing Tornero. The 0-1. Outside misses, evens the count up at 1 apiece. Paul, and from an athletic family, both his dad and his brother played college athletics in the Northeast at Colby and Bowdoin, respectfully. The 1-1. This is the way brings the count to 2-1. Good take outside from the left fielder. Interestingly enough, either his dad or his older brother played baseball. Dad played basketball at Colby and brother played soccer at Bowdoin. Paul opted for the diamond as he count goes even 2 apiece to Paul. Tornero really taking his time here. A guy like Crodell likes to work quick. Other guys like Tornero like to slow things down and really get in the head of the batter. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 from Paul. Full of quick outs here for the Barons, who gave up some damage in the last inning, got a couple of guys on, hoping to build some momentum here in the fourth. Another lefty to the plate, Caleb Hoover, for his second time through.
That was a 6K of the day for Tornero. Both starters now with 6Ks on the day.
Never no shame in a little pitcher's duel, Hunter, as Hoover looks at that one for ball one. Last time around, Caleb struck out looking in the third. He'll even the count up here on the foul tip back to the catcher, 1-1. Hoover, of course, another one of those guys transferring to a new school. This time going from the JUCO level, Grayson College, the SEC, South Carolina. That is quite the jump, but if you look at his power and the way he approaches it, definitely capable of it. 1-1 lined in the opposite field, fielded by J.J. Nilsson for a loud out 3. The Sturs go down in order as we head into the Finneys' 5th inning. It'll be Lujan, Klinovsky, and Torres for the Barons.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Into the fifth inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's has a couple locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's Craft House. That is a ball to start off the plate appearance for Antonio Lujan. 6, 7, and 8 scheduled for the MLB Academy Barons, who lead 2-0 over the Sturs. 1-1 count now for Lujan, who's gone 0 for 1. The line out into right.
Yeah, Crodell working quick. You know, we kind of talked about the difference in styles, and AJ loves working fast.
Strike 2 on Lujan. Klinovsky and then Torres scheduled in this Finney's fifth inning.
Has to be said, great day for the pitchers. 12 strikeouts combined between the two starters, and Crodell showing no signs of slowing down here in the fifth.
Just went to the changeup. Let's see what he goes to here. 2-2 for Lujan. Up and down the left field line. Playable, it looks like, for Mumma. Into foul ground, and will make the squeeze just in front of the third base dugout. One away in the fifth.
No, obviously you do love seeing the strikeout stuff from your pitcher, but if you can force pop-outs like that into foul territory, that's such a valuable skill to have. And Crodell, you know, talk about a lot. UCSB, we've seen a few gauchos on the hill this season for Stars, a great pitching factory here locally, and Crodell no different.
Strike 1 on Klinovsky. Cade against AJ back in the second. Comes an 0-1. Good slider for strike 2, and Crodell has been filling it up. Only 44 pitches through the first 4 innings, and real no sign of slowing down. 0-2 pitch, inside, ball 1.
Went with a breaking ball in for that second pitch, and then tried to speed him up on the fastball inside. A little too inside, though, from AJ.
Strikes him out. Went to the changeup. Get him swinging away back-to-back. Second K of the day for Klinovsky. 7th for Crodell. 2 out in the 5th.
Yeah, this is dominance from AJ. You know, we talked about he's a league leader strikeouts. He's already got 7. That's only the 5th.
That is the first pitch strike to Alejandro Torres. With 2 down, the bases clear. Barons able to push in 2 runs back in the 3rd inning. That's on the outside corner. Huge breaking ball from Crodell, 0-2.
The reason why AJ has been able to do so well is because he gets ahead and counts.
There's the 0-2 pitch, and that's away.
You know, you look over the season of Crodell. Couple of games in a row against the Blues and Bombers where he reached at least 7 Ks, and
Crodell strikes him out. Huge breaking ball from AJ. 8th punch out of the day for the starting pitcher for the Sturs. Just has to face the minimum through 4.5. Santa Barbara on top 2-0 over the Barons.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the fifth inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's now has 2 locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Foresters game. Finney's Craft House. It is a Forester 2-0 lead. Var Esker Miller will be scheduled. Joel Tornero remains in this ball game. And the switch hitter batting from the right side starts off the plate appearance with the ball inside, and Sawyer was able to come around and plate the first of 2 runs back in the third. The reach on E6.
Yeah, this is the part of the lineup that was really nice job against the Tenero last time through.
Sawyer quickly had 2 balls and no strikes.
Part of the reason why was because they were taking a lot of pitches outside and on away, and are no different head here.
That's a 2-0 located at 91 from Joel Tornero, and both starting pitchers in the low 90s. We've seen Tornero inch up to 94, his fastest clocked fastball today. But the Foresters lead by 2. 2-1 to the leadoff man, and that's away. 3-1.
Yeah, man, it's just so tough. Really tough to catch up on those heaters high and away, but just misses.
And then in the third, when the Stars put up 2, a couple walks. Here's a 3-1 outside of third base, full count. Just 1 hit today for Santa Barbara so far, and 2 hits for the Barons. Down to the bottom of the 5th.
I mean, it's really been a definition of a pitcher's duel. Besides that, you know, long third inning from Tenero, he's been really solid, 6 strikeouts.
And here comes the 3-2 to the leadoff man, Sawyer Farr. Strikes him out. Strikeout number 7 for Tornero. 1 down in the 5th.
And these pitchers, man, they're just really turning it up. You know, as the season goes on, your stuff starting to look better. Be able to tune things almost, refine your skills, and Tenero no different. If I'm getting a strikeout on the switch hitter, that's might be his first strikeout of the day against a right-handed hitter.
We'll have to see on that one, but Farr will be retired. Back to the top of the order in Xavier Esker. Xavier today has gone 0 for 1. The walk and a run scored.
He's also had his name called defensively as well. A lot of ground outs to second base today.
Fouls this one off. 1-1. Esker batting on the top spot in the order as he did yesterday as well. And we've seen him kind of progressively get moved up since coming to Santa Barbara just a few days ago, and really, I could say last week.
Yeah, he started hitting 5th, and, you know, we've kind of been talking about who's going to be that guy filling in at the top of the order. It was Terrence Kill for a bit. He asked her to end the year, though.
Here's a shot in the right, drifting back is Klinowski, and he'll have enough room. 2 down in the 5th.
Really had to extend to make that grab. kept on tracking back, and
Now
it
batting,
nearly got over
sponsored
his
by
head, but he
Citywide
just
Home
extended
Mortgage,
and
number 4,
got the snag for out
Caden
2.
Miller.
Base is clear, 2 down. The Foresters 2-0 advantage. That's going to bring up Caden Miller. Remember the defenses today for the Barons. Williams at third, Nielsen short, Mertz second, Delviar at first. Campo does the catching. First pitch slider misses down the way to Miller, who's gone 0 for 1. Struck out looking, was hit by a pitch. Also a stolen base, stranded at third in the third inning. Comes the 1-0 delivery to Caden. That's upstairs, ball 2. 2-0 Forester lead. In a game that will decide who wins the season series. Just the third time these two teams meeting. 2-0. That's going to hit him. Miller's hit for the second time today, coming with 2 down in the 5th.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Rouse, number 23, Easton Muma.
I mean, I don't know if there's a vendetta against Caden. I don't know if he did anything to Tornero, but just by any means possible, get on, and that's what Miller's done today. It's what he's done a lot this season. A short time with Santa Barbara, a 353 OBP. Oh, he's a really enjoyable guy to watch in terms of how he approaches his at-bats.
As is this man. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. It is Easton Mumaw. Take a first pitch strike at 92. Easton a walk in the first. 2-run single in the left in the third. Give the Santa Barbara Foresters first lead of the day. First runs on the board for either side. Same location on the fastball at 92, and Mumaw quickly falls behind 0-2.
This is the part of the order that I like to call the Texas mid-major section. Miller at UTSA and Mumaw at UT Rio Grande Valley.
Man on, 2 out. There goes the runner. 0-2 pitch is down the left field line, slicing foul. May be playable for Lujan, but will fall just where it reaches the tree line down that left field line. So Easton stays alive and back to first. Miller.
Of course, both of those schools had some pretty impressive seasons. You know, UT Rio Grande Valley in their first season in the Southland Conference finishes co-champions, 36-18, and then of course UTSA, one of the stories of postseason, knocked out Texas in their regional and went 47-13. What a year for the Roadrunners.
Miller remains at first, 2 down. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Tornero. That's called strike 3, and Easton's going to go down looking, retired for the first time today. And through 5, Stirs on top 2-0 over the Barons.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
The Santa Barbara Foresters on top 2-0 over the MLB Academy Barons. A.J. Crodell through 5 has only tossed 56 pitches. He'll face 9-1-2. Ocampo, Mertz, Williams come into the plate, and as that run support coming in the third inning, courtesy of Mumaw, to plate Esker and Farr. And Ocampo gets just his second look at A.J. Starts off the plate appearance with a strike at 90. And when you look at the docket today for Crodell, just allowed 3 base runners, an error in the opening inning, and then 2 hits in the 4th. 1-1 now for Ocampo.
Yeah, Crodell's just been so effective today. This has been a really nice showing from the 6'4" righty.
1-1 pitch to Isaac Ocampo, and it's going to hit him. The leadoff man is aboard, plunked by AJ.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by altaorthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Yeah, breaking ball that didn't really break too much, just a little too inside, and ended up plunking Ocampo to bring up the top of the order. First time the leadoff man's gone on for the Barons.
First pitch away on a changeup to Chip Mertz. Grounded out to second 2 occasions today. Over there is Esker. Ocampo, no attempted stolen bases on the year, in case you're wondering. That 1-0 pitch is away for ball 2, and even when you look at the numbers, the Barons not very aggressive on the base pass. Of course, the Stirrers one of the most aggressive in the CCL, but only 40 attempted stolen bases this season for the Barons. That's a strike, 2-1.
Of course, you make up for it in other ways, and for the Barons, it's their power. They're one of the league leaders in slugging as a team. Mertz, not one of those guys that's got pop, but a really nice leadoff man with some good speed.
And that slugging percentage for the team, 375. And we noted it earlier, 17 long balls this season. Here's a 2-1. Big cut, 2-2.
Massive cut. It couldn't catch up to that velo.
Leadoff man aboard. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Punch out number 9 for Crodell. 1 down in the 6th.
Just absolute dominance from AJ on the bump. I mean, doing it with the off speed, doing it with the fastball. Seems almost everything's working for AJ today.
Now 26 in the 3rd innings pitched. He has struck out 40 batters this season and starts off a low strike for Nathaniel Williams. 0-1.
And it's going to be tough against Williams. He's already struck out twice today, but the league's best hitters, as we've said so many times.
Let's change up away, 1-1.
Now we talk about the All-Star break. I'm sure this guy will be playing in that game, and probably also in the home run derby, one of the league leaders in that categories as well.
1-1, tried to bend in. Misses away for ball 2, and 4 home runs for Williams this season. Also, Tommy Gooden, you look at the players today, has 5 homers. 2-1 is down ball 3. Still a 2-0 lead for Santa Barbara, but the time run at the plate, top of 6. After Ocampo, the leadoff man, was hit. 3-1 pitch, full count.
Now it's a hitter's count. You expect to see a swing, and Williams, the big cut there on the 3-1.
Comes the payoff pitch. Right side, it is Miller. Down to second, 2 out. On to first, not in time. Good cover from Crodell, but not nearly enough time as that ball was spiked hard. But 2 down in the inning.
Not only does Williams have pop, he's got speed. Beat that throw by a mile, and crucially, you get the lead runner out, and 2 down here to bring up Nielsen.
So Williams now aboard. 2 down in the 6th. 2-run lead for Santa Barbara. First pitch, fastball, misses away belt height to Nielsen, who's reached once today. That was on E4. Back in the opening inning and struck out against Crodell. 1-1 now. And who will win this season series? And Santa Barbara took care of the Oaks yesterday, winning the season series in the 5th game being played. The walk-off fashion, courtesy of Brenton Clark. Here's a 1-1. He went around, strike 2, and Santa Barbara bested their rivals, Slow Blues, in the 7 games that they played, winning that season series 4-3, and looking to take care against the Academy Barons. A 2 down, strike 2 pitch. This is low, 2-2.
And, it is such a nice feeling for the Foresters to be able to have that, winning all these season series against all these teams that they face, rivals.
2-2 pitch strikes him out. Number 10 on the day for Crodell, 41 on the season. Your 5.5 Forsters on top 2-0 over the Barons.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Santa Barbara have a 2-0 advantage over the Academy Barons. It'll be Brenton Clark to lead off for Santa Barbara, Chamberlain, and then Kill. If anyone reaches, it's going to be Mick Paul. And there will be a new arm. Hudson LaBarbera will take over the right-hander after Joel Tornero pitched 87, I should say through 87 pitches in 5 innings.
Yeah, tough day for Tornero, but only allowed 1 hit. Just really the free bases that were finding him in the behind.
Ball 1, Brenton Clark. Clark has struck out twice today. He's ahead 2-0, and you look at that outing for Tornero. 5 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 8, and you look at it as a whole, I mean, the guy has earned a decision in every start so far this season. He's currently on the hook. Here's a 2-0. That's away for ball 3.
Sky LaBarbera. Santa Barbara saw him way back on June 8th, over a month ago, and inning in a third, allowed 3 walks, no hits, and 1 run. And that 21-run win for the Foresters. Hard one to forget, Hunter.
3-0 pitch to Clark is away. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch leadoff walk for Santa Barbara, looking to go to work in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting.
Yeah, of course, you know, it's nice to have 2 couple runs on the board, but you really want to get some more, open things up as the game goes on. Good start with Clark on, nobody out.
It's going to be now Cole Chamberlain. He's gone 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground out to second.
Crucially, you know, first time facing a righty through the order. And his lefty-heavy lineup, it's such an advantage for Santa Barbara.
First pitch away for ball 1, so 5 straight pitches for LaBarbera to start off his 5 straight balls. to start off his outing. And Clark is at first, held on by Del VR. We see Brenton try to make a jump. First time he's reached base today. That's foul back 1-1.
You know, to your point about the walks, you know, that is something that Hudson struggled with a bit here this summer. 7 innings of work, 7 and the third innings of work, excuse me. Giving up 10 walks, so only 7 strikeouts. It's been a tough one for his command with the Barons this summer.
He's had a long look over at Clark. Comes a 1-1 to Cole Chamberlain. That is down at 86, 2-1.
Crucially, getting ahead on counts really makes it so much easier for you as a batter. More likely to see some pitches in the zone. Easy ones to swing at.
Nobody out, Clark at first. Comes a 2-1 pitch to Chamberlain. That is down, knocked down by Ocampo. Able to keep Clark at first. 3-1 now for Chamberlain.
Clark, such a smart base runner, you know. It's so tempting whenever you see a ball in the dirt to take off. Especially in the position that you're in, you know, the leadoff runner with nobody out. Really make things tough for LaBarbera, but decided to hold up, and I think that was the right decision from Brenton.
3-1 now for Cole Chamberlain. In right field, out there's Klinowski. Fields off a hop, and it's over his head. Down to second base, Chamberlain. Clark is looking to come home. Holds on to the helmet. Down to third base is Chamberlain, and Santa Barbara now have a 3-0 lead in the 6th. Weird hop out in right field.
Really weird hop. I was just going to say it. Oh, Klinowski was maybe thinking about stretching out for it, but decided to play it off the one hop, which is a smart play, and you usually think it would just fall right into your glove, but went all the way over his head and all the way to the wall. Chamberlain, as a result, takes off the third, not afraid to get that white jersey a little dirty, and ultimately scores another run.
Looked like it bounced off a trampoline off that first hop. So here's Terrence Kill. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. So first 2 men to reach base against Hudson LaBarbera. Nobody out, already a run in. The man at third for Terrence Kill. Infield in. There's a 0-1. 1-1.
Crucially, for LaBarbera, your first time facing a righty now after a couple lefties in a row. Terrence Kill, which is not really an easy righty to face.
That is down at 85, ball 2, and huge chance for Santa Barbara to pry open this game. Been nursing a 2-0 lead since the third. Fantastic stuff from Crodell to get through 6. Man at third, nobody out. 2-1 pitch. Popped up in the left. Lujan is there. Is it deep enough for Chamberlain? He's going to hold. Not deep enough. And just a fly on the left for the first out in the inning.
Yeah, definitely the right decision. Lujan, great arm over there in the left. And you saw it would have gotten Chamberlain out by a mile.
15, Mick Hall.
One away. Man still at third and a run in. That's going to bring up Mick Paul. Big chance now for the left fielder. He's gone 0 for 2, a ground out to first, and a strikeout. Infield still playing in. Looking to cut down to any run coming to the plate. First pitch in the dirt. Ocampo knocks it down. Well done from 24. Ball 1.
But crucially for Paul, he hasn't really come on to the plate with really runners on the bases yet. And now with Chamberlain at third, hitting to the outfield, maybe not to the left, but a hit into the outfield will probably score Chamberlain.
This is in the air to left. Slicing into foul ground. Lujan long run and sliding. Cannot make the catch. It falls foul. Good effort from the left fielder trying to slide out right in front of the bullpen for the Barons.
Probably grateful he didn't make that grab because he had to get up quickly to get Cole Chamberlain out at the plate. Definitely was ready to take off there. in case Lujan made the grab.
So it's now 1-1 for Paul.
Thankfully, Lujan got up pretty quickly after sliding into the bullpen.
Man at third, a run in, 1 out, 1-1 pitch is nearly an identical carbon copy, but slightly more foul this time and out of play. No chance for any fielder. Strike 2. And the infield still playing in for the Barons. First 2 men have reached base. Kill was retired for the first out. And the Barbara trying to limit the damage. The 1-2 pitch to Mick Paul. Not competitive, 2-2. After Mick, Caleb Hoover. Another left-handed hitter for Santa Barbara. 3-0 lead for the Sturs, courtesy of the man at third base. 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, full count.
Campo tried to place that one into the zone, but breaking ball high, didn't fall in far enough, and just like that, Mick's got himself full count situation.
And by the way, for Chamberlain, who's at third, just the second hit of the day for Santa Barbara. The payoff pitch to Mick Paul is down. Ball 4, runners on the corners, 1 away in the 6th.
Now batting.
Yeah, to that point, it doesn't matter how you do it. They're actually doing it pretty efficiently if you think about it. 2 hits, 3 runs. Now you got runners in the corners for Caleb Hoover, who one of those guys that
Some signs now for Ocampo in the infield with, I mentioned the hits, but Santa Barbara in that third inning when they put up 2 runs, had a base runner on error, had a walk and a hit batsman. And Muma, the base hit, scored 2. Just a single out and a check over to first. Mick Paul, who does have a stolen base this season I haven't seen him too many games so far this year for him to show off his legs. Chamberlain at third. 3-run lead for Santa Barbara. First pitch swinging off to the left and out of play. Strike 1.
Hoover, his first time facing right-handed pitching, definitely prefers,
First and third, 1 away. Here's an 0-1 pitch. That is down. 1-1 for Caleb Hoover. Struck out looking, and the line out to short today. And the infield, where they've been playing in the past 2 batters, back at double play depth.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mick Paul take off second.
It's Del VR holding on to him. It was a big day in terms of running yesterday for Santa Barbara. 5 attempted stolen bases. Another check on Mick Paul. There have been 2 stolen bags, rather 3 now today for Santa Barbara. Caleb Hoover remains at a 1-1 count. Brought home 9 runs this season. He is number 10, 90 feet away. 1-1 pitch. There goes Paul. It is inside for a ball. Down to second base. Paul coming home is Chamberlain. Out at the plate for the second out, and a great throw from Nielsen saving a run. 2 down in the 6th.
Didn't decide to slide in, thought he could beat the throw standing up, and end up being the right decision. Lead runner gets out for Santa Barbara.
Chamberlain out at the plate. 2-1 the count now for Hoover. Stolen base by Paul. Heads up play by the infield. It's now 2-1. Still man scoring position after the stolen base. Chopped outside first. 2-2. With a 1 run in, Chance can't bring home Chamberlain, but Base hit with some good speed at second base. You figure you score Paul. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Hoover is retired. And La Barbara limits the damage to just 1 run, and through 6, Santa Barbara now on top 3-0 over the Barons.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Now batting for the Barons, number 47, Tommy Gooden.
On to the 7th, and a new arm now coming in for the Santa Barbara Foresters. J.D. Goodcase will take over. He'll face 4-5-6. Coming up for the Academy Barons, it is a 3-0 Forester lead. First pitch from J.D., located for a strike on Gooden, who's gone 1 for 2. And the final line for Crodell, a quality start, going 6, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 10. What a day from A.J. And quickly, J.D. is ahead 0-2.
What a day indeed, Hunter. That was one of the best performances we've seen from a pitcher all season long for the Foresters, and came at a big moment as well in such a crucial game to decide the season series.
0-2 is straight to Xavier Esker, 1 away in the 7th.
J.D. Goodcase getting to work as well. He's been a really effective arm out of the pen for Santa Barbara, and this is a loud out one to Xavier Esker over there at second.
That's going to bring up Del VR, another man who has a hit today, so he's 1 for 2. Ground out back to the hill, and then a base hit in the center. These are the only 2 men, the man who's just retired, Good and Del VR, to have hits today. This is to the left side. East to Muma, 2 down in the 7th.
Quick out to Muma. Hasn't been called on too much today over at the hot corner, but his defense over there has been such a plus all season long. And easy scoop for out 2 there.
In Goodcase, we last saw him on the 9th, so a couple days back when he was the first man in relief for Nick Abraham. JD went 2, struck out 3. Another first pitch strike to Antonio Lujan, who's gone 0 for 2 today. A line out to right. A foul out to the third baseman. So 0-1. Strike 1 pitch is away. 1-1, so A.J. Crodell, the quality start in line for the victory. Good case of first man out of the pen. The other men available, Tumis, O'Neill, and Fino. Hot today for Santa Barbara. This is straight to the first baseman, Caden Miller. And a quick 3 up, 3 down, 7th for good case. And it's stretch time in Santa Barbara, 3-0, the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Santa Barbara leading 3-0 over the MLB Academy Barons. We touched on it earlier, but an important day today. We were going to have Bill Pintard on for a pregame show to talk about it, but we'll hear from him in the coming days about the Hugs for Cubs Foundation and what it means to the Foresters. I mean, it's pretty much synonymous with Foresters baseball, a program and a foundation that was founded in 1995 with Bill Pintard and his late son, Eric Pintard, who played with the Foresters, coached, and it's a legacy. And if you see Foresters, they always have the 19 around. Bill Pintard wears the number 19, and that was Eric's number before he passed away. The long battle with cancer. And we did see Henry Miller, a Hugs for Cubs kid, today being brought in with a BMW as through our ceremonial first pitch. And every year the Hugs for Cubs Foundation goes out to kids in the area, and it's not even necessarily in the area, and just reach out to families that are dealing with a illness, especially with children, and see what they can do to help out. And it's just a beautiful thing that the Foresters do with their Hugs for Cubs Foundation. It's great to see Henry Miller, a 2-time recipient of the Hugs for Cubs Kid 2020 and 2021 here, and he is healthy, which is even better.
Yeah, and playing baseball, you know,
Yes.
we'll see him lining up for the Stars in a few years' time. Of course, they get involved out in Wichita as well with the foundation, going visiting hospitals and just, you know, making sure kids have it just to bring their smile to their day, make their afternoons better, and just a really, really cool thing to be a part of, Hunter.
Not just about baseball with the Foresters, more than that. Here's a 2-0 now to Sawyer Farr, who leads off. It's Farr, Esker, Miller. 3-0 Forester lead with Hudson LaBarbera remaining on the hill. And we have seen Henry Miller, if you've seen him into your picture, and shagging balls behind the plate too. We'll note him when he comes back. Here's a 3-0. That is a called strike. 3-1.
Yeah, and done a great job getting the balls, might I just say. Haven't had to wait too long for a fresh pair.
Here comes a 3-1 pitch to Sawyer, and that is away. So ball 4, and a leadoff walk starts off the bottom of the 7th inning. Second time Farr is aboard today, and that's going to bring around top of the order and Xavier Esker.
Yeah, nice job by Sawyer. Being patient against LaBarbera, hitting from the left-hand side that time. Of course, the switch hitter. Bring up Xavier Esker, who can really open up this game with one swing of the bat. He has the power to do so.
Gone 0 for 2 with a walk and also a run scored. He was brought home by Muma in the 3rd inning. So Farr's aboard, nobody out. A smart check, as Farr does have 11 stolen bases on the season. One of the more efficient men in terms of the running game. Him, Kill, and Clark. Top runners on this team for Santa Barbara. Still waiting the first pitch now to Esker. It's going to be a ball, a chance down at first. Back in safely is Farr.
Could read that one coming, you know, as the breaking ball was going in, and missed for a ball. We 1-0 here, and good adjustment by Sawyer Farr getting back to the base in time.
Comes the 1-0 pitch to Esker. Takes strike one.
Sawyer Farr really taking a big lead over there at first. Something LaBarber's going to have to keep in the back of his head.
A lot of real estate on the right side of the infield, with Del Villar holding on to Sawyer. Still 1-1. The man batting at the 9 spot. Well, back to the top of the order with Esker after Farr led off this inning. Leadoff walk in the 9 hole. Comes the 1-1 pitch. It's a bunt. Foul. Strike 2.
Now, something the Foresters focus on a lot in BP is their bunts.
Oh, yes.
And, we hear guys kind of, chirp their teammates a little bit if it's a bad bunt or not, but really a lot of times in games, they're successful on, advancing runners and even getting hits on infield bunts.
1-2 pitch, left side. Here is Williams. Mertz and Del Villar. Throw is high and safe at first base. They get the force out at second. Aboard is Esker, 1 away now in the 7th.
It's a couple times now where, on an attempted double play, the hot throw over to first is a little too high, and something to monitor. Just makes your life more difficult as a first baseman and Del Villar, and not letting it go back to the dugout and get away from you.
It's now going to bring Caden Miller. 1 on, 1 out. Caden's been hit twice today, both times against Joel Tornero. And check on Esker. And
sure, he's happy to see a new arm, but I was also happy to see a righty here. Definitely give the advantage. It's kind of a stretch where we see 4 lefties in a row for the Foresters and Miller, Mumar, Clark, and Chamberlain.
Runner's going to take off. The pitch was inside, and that had a tough time handling it by Ocampo just since it was so inside. And a stolen bag for Xavier Esker, his 2nd of the season. Man now in a scoring position for the Sturs.
Just like that, a runner in a scoring position with just 1 down, and Miller hoping to take advantage. Slowly increase that Foresters lead.
Right now it's at 3. Tacked on 1 in the 6th. It's a 1-0 pitch for a strike, 1-1. Santa Barbara kicked off the scoring in the 3rd inning, pushed home 2. Miller does have 3 RBIs this season. Looking for number 4. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 2. And one thing, Nate, talked about, of course, the season series tied up game apiece. But Santa Barbara with a victory today will be the first team to 20 victories in the CCL. 19-8.
I didn't know they gave trophies out for that.
Well, first man to hit 20. First team to hit 20.
Well, it's definitely something to be proud of. I think it's...
That's in the dirt. Esker to 3rd on the breaking ball. It was covered by Ocampo, but not well enough, and a man down to 3rd base.
I didn't mean for it to come out like that, but it's a really, great achievement to be had. And, something that Bill Pintard kind of talked about is, in that game against Caneo, and as the season goes on, he said, it was crucial for us because that would win that, good chance to win the pennant. And this is the last team you face in the CCL South that's not an affiliate.
That is down. That's going to be ball 4. Miller aboard for the 3rd time. He's been hit by a pitch twice. The more favorable free pass base on balls to put runners on the corners. 1 down in the 7th, and Santa Barbara looking for more.
Now you got some chance to really open things up here. The runners on the corners. 1 down. Easton Muma, man, he's already getting 2 runs across the plate today.
Muma, the first hit, brought home 2. Brought home Farr and Esker. He's got Esker at 3rd, Miller at 1st. Bottom of the 7th, 3-run advantage for Santa Barbara. That's away from La Barbara, ball 1.
Last time the Foresters got into this situation, we saw the runner take off to second, and then the runner at home was Chamberlain in this inning, actually. In the last inning, excuse me, got tagged out at home plate. Something similar here for Santa Barbara with Miller on first.
1-0 for Easton Moomaw. Jan popped back up behind the plate, 1-1. Santa Barbara, the victory yesterday. Huge win against Conejo Oaks in the walk-off fashion. Here's a 1-1. A runner's going to take off to second, throw down, and the runner at third will hold. Down safely to second base is Miller. And a stolen bag. Number 4 on the year for Caden Miller. He already has one today. 2 in scoring position, just a single out, and that eliminates a double play ball.
Now the infield playing in.
1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, chasing upstairs. 2 down in the 7th.
Now you can kind of head back to where you were before. Big second out against the guy in Moomaw who's giving you some trouble today. It doesn't get any easier against the 4-hole hitter, Brenton Clark.
Going back to that thought in terms of getting 20 wins for Santa Barbara, the next team that has the most wins, Sonoma Stompers at 18. Granted, they have 13 losses, and Foresters just have 8, but that's how good Santa Barbara has been this season in the CCL, and that's a great play by Ocampo springing up. Keep the runners at bay.
The North Division's been an interesting one to watch. You know, it's mainly been the Caradas, but they had a really tough week this past week. The Merchants and Stompers were kind of battling for first place. Sonoma had it for a couple days, but Walnut Creek crawling back and currently holds the first place lead.
As Brenton Clark will take a strike, 1-1 now for the man.
Sorry, of course, the Santa Barbara Foresters held first place for basically all of the summer here.
Yes.
Dominance from SB.
Clark, his last time up, worked a walk on 4 pitches. Here comes a 1-1. That's down the way. Ball 2. Should Brenton reach? Cole Chamberlain is on deck. Currently a 3-0 lead. 2-1 pitch. Clark went around. 2-2. At third is Esker. Miller had a stolen base after a walk. He is at second. 2-2 pitch from La Barbara. Called strike 3. Brenton can't believe it. And the side is retired. Sturs leave 2 stranded in scoring position, and through 7. Santa Barbara on top 3-0 over the Barons.
I've seen worse.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the 8th inning. Foresters lead 3-0 over the Barons. Easton Toomis will now enter the relief pitcher for Santa Barbara. That is a first pitch ball and a check swing to Jacob Klanowski, 7-8-9. Klanowski Torres Ocampo scheduled after J.D. Goodcase went 1 inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks for the first reliever. Now Toomis. 1-1 on Klanowski.
Yeah, really clean inning from JD and bringing a guy in Easton Toomis, another one of the top arms for the Foresters. Pitched yesterday. The win.
1-1 pitch, two-hopper to Caden Miller. 1 down in the 8th.
Fact went a couple went into the game for against Conejo last night. Only went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run, but he's been a really effective guy out of the pen and always a really fun guy to watch work.
The base is clear, 1 down. Here's Alejandro Torres. First pitch swinging. It's to Mumau. And a good play from the third baseman and a nice throw. And a shimmy over a little bit to his left. 2 down in the 8th.
Groundouts. JD took advantage of them last inning, and Easton doing so here in the 8th. 2 down very quickly for the Barons.
There's a man warming up, Ethan O'Neill for Santa Barbara. That's going to bring up Isaac Ocampo out of the 9 spot. 2 down. Base is clear. First pitch bends its way in. Strike 1.
Filthy. Filthy.
You're just joining us late. AJ Crodell, a quality start in line for the win. Going 6 innings, struck out 10, no walks, just 2 hits. Down the third base line, foul for strike 2 on Ocampo. And that was big from Crodell, and we've seen him work throughout this season. In line for a second victory this year, and just 77 pitches as well.
It was a really nice performance and a really good one for him mentally, I would say, right? Because it's probably his toughest performance of the summer, where he gave up 3 earned runs to the Saints last time around. Come back from that and do that, his best performance of the summer, I would say. Really impressive from Crodell.
0-2 pitch, strikes out Ocampo, and Easton Toomis rolled through the 8th inning, no problem, and through 7.5. 3-0, Forester lead.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the 8th inning. There will be a new arm coming in for the Academy Barons. J.J. Nolan will take over to face 5-6-7 Chamberlain Kill Paul. The first reliever, Hudson LaBarbera, went 2, 1 hit, 1 run, earned, walked 3, and K'd 3 for his outing.
Did his job, I would say. Ate up some innings and got some strikeouts. It's been a really nice day strikeout-wise for both teams. 11 from the Forsters. Thanks to A.J. Cordell getting 10. With LaBarbera and Guerrero did their job, and now new arm, J.J. Nolan.
First pitch ball to Cole Chamberlain. 1 for 3. Struck out, ground out to second, but RBI hit last time he stood, and he's at a 1-1 count. And that was that triple that kangarooed over Klinowski out and right. Would have been a base hit, but good for 3 bases as that ball somehow bounced about 10 feet in the air. But it's a triple for Chamberlain, now a 1-1. Strike 2.
Quickly falling behind here. Nolan been using a variety of different ways as a starter, as a reliever. A tough summer, but bounced back, I would say, in a big way. Had an ERA of 27 for his first 2 games, and then really bounced back to drop that down to 9.
Trying to keep it a 3-run deficit for his team. 1-2 pitch now to Cole. Lined in just over the glove of Mertz. A base hit into right. Hard hit, and Chamberlain picks up hit number 2 to lead off the 8th.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get if you're a second baseman, and tried to climb the ladder, but was above the top rung, and a big run to come across the plate. Big, runner to get on the board. Leadoff man on again for Santa Barbara.
Leadoff man is on. First pitch on the inside edge for Terrence Kill the second. And TK got 0 for 3 today. She lined out twice and a fly out to left. Santa Barbara, could they get an extra insurance run? We did see Ethan O'Neill warming up in the last inning. No one's currently tossing for Santa Barbara. With Tumis going quickly through in the 8th inning, would you send him right back out? Here comes an 0-1 pitch now to Kill. That's in. 1-1.
Kill almost got him there, hit him. Kill pulled it back in time.
Chamberlain is held on by Jason Delviar. 1-1 pitch. Line down the left field line and down into the corner. And it just fell.
It's a couple times now where we've seen balls that are, you think they're fair, and they're just called foul at the last moment. It's so tough to judge with all the shade down that left field line. A lot easier on the opposite side down right field, and umpire with a safer call and calling a foul.
Foul down to the left field corner. 1-2 the count now for Terrence Kill. Chamberlain is back at first.
Check in over the Chamberlain first. It makes sense. We've seen him be aggressive on the base pass. We know he's got some good speed with that triple last time through.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch into center field. Well hit. Torres is there, though. Doesn't have to move, and back to first is Chamberlain. 1 down in the 8th.
Really nicely hit ball by Terrence Kill, but center fielder didn't have to move much to get it. Unlucky for TK.
1 on, 1 out. That's going to bring up Mick Paul. Paul has gone 0 for 2. Ground out to first, struck out. Worked a walk and also a stolen bag. If Santa Barbara could just tack on one more, make it a little bit more comfortable, heading into the 9th inning. In case you're wondering, it's the top of the order scheduled for the Barons: Mertz, Williams, and Nielsen. Ball 1 to Paul.
And if they face Toomas, who had a pretty quick 8, or for Ethan O'Neill, who warming up in the bullpen, that remains to be seen.
Here comes a 1-0 to Paul. On the outside edge, 1-1. And yesterday, Steel Eaves picked up the win. Closer for Santa Barbara, who has 4 saves, came in with 2 out in the 8th, picked off a batter, I should say a runner at first, then retired the side in the 9th in order. Been fun watching him pitch. Steel Eaves, but now still remains 1-1 for Mick Paul.
A lot of these guys have been fun to watch. You know, of course, AJ Curdell today was really fun, and Toomas, another guy, has been really effective.
There goes the runner. It's upstairs for a ball. The throw is high and down to second base. Goes Cole Chamberlain. 5th stolen base of the season for the catcher.
Yeah, showing his speed there. Nice job by Cole getting in, and a runner in scoring position for the Sturs.
Look at his uniform. It's like a
It's like a canvas almost,
yes.
you know? You ever, see, it's like those color runs that you do for
Yeah,
charity
pretty
and
much.
stuff.
But an illustrious color of dark brown. Strike 2 on Paul. 2-2.
One that I'm sure Bill Pintard is happy to see.
Oh, yes, he loves that. After Paul will be Caleb Hoover, but a man in the scoring position. Can Santa Barbara etch out a 4th run? Comes the 2-2 to Mick. Well away, full count. Santa Barbara put up 2 runs in the 3rd, tacked on 1 more in the 6th. Paul's been able to reach base once via a walk in the 6th inning. You'll see a 3-2 pitch from Nolan. And ball 4, second walk of the day for Mick Paul, coming with 1 down in the 8th.
It has to be said as well, last time these two teams played, it was 3-0 the other way. Currently
Yes.
sits at 3-0, and the Stars, though, Caleb Hoover, 2 on, 1 down. They hope to open it up here in the 8th.
In the first meeting back on June 8th. The second meeting, July 3rd. Much different games between games 1 and 2 of the season series. First pitch to Hoover's away with 2 on, 1 out. 1-0.
Infield was playing in, but now backed up a little bit. Double play depth in the middle.
Comes a 1-0 pitch to the left-handed batter. Down the left field line slicing. 1-1. Hoover's struck out twice today in the line out to the shortstop. Big chance for the DH. Santa Barbara's regular season is coming to a close. They can win the season series here against the Barons. 1-1, runner's going to go and fouled off to the left and out of play.
Here's the aggression from the Foresters base running. Steve Shuck gave the sign for the double steal, and a good chance both would have made it in safe. Both of them with stolen bases today.
We did see that late yesterday in the 9th inning, as Chamberlain at that point was on the bases, both Brent and Clark. Both got in scoring position. Clark was 90 feet away and was able to win the game. Dodging when he was caught off in a bind between the third base and the plate. Bill Pintard loves the running game and the pressure that puts on the defense. 2 on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch to Hoover is a fantastic take. 2-2.
Tough take, and one I think the dugout of the Barons thought got Hoover looking instead. Ends it up.
Chamberlain's second, Paul at first. After Hoover, Sawyer Farr, the switch hitter. 2-2 pitch. Away. Full count. J.J. Nolan, who took over in this inning after Hudson LaBarbera went 2. He's given up a base hit and a right. Deuced a line out. He's given up a walk. Third base is open. Big 3-2 pitch to Hoover is ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the Stars. Bases will be juiced in the 8th.
Pitch is low and in, and Hoover is not fooled by them. And
Number 5.
Barons rightfully upset about that. Those were close calls, and the pitcher for the MLB Academy, Nolan, is just looking perplexed almost about how he didn't get a call there.
The conversation with one of the coaches in the battery. The batter will be Sawyer Farr. Reached on error, struck out, worked a walk, and did reach on E6 in the 3rd. Stole a base and scored a run.
Just like that, bases loaded. Really a good chance here to open it up.
Farr out of the 9 spot today. Had the day off yesterday. And there's now a pinch runner being brought in by Bill Pintard. Liam Keithley.
Which is something we've seen a lot with whenever Caleb Hoover gets on. And yeah, that's a sign that Pintard really wants to take advantage here.
Just a single out, and Keithley at first base, taking over in the DH spot and to bat 8th. But we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Foresters lead 3-0. Looking to add on. Remember, the 9th inning, Barons have the top of the order scheduled. Nolan looks for a ground ball. First pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1 too far. At third is Chamberlain. Paul at second. Keithley now running at first. Comes the 0-1 pitch to Sawyer Farr. Down the left field line, foul. Strike 2.
Big for Nolan to get ahead here early with the bases loaded, 1 down.
And after today, Santa Barbara playing in their 29th game of the season. Just 5 more games left in the regular year. Then off to Wichita. But right now it's an 0-2 for Farr. Swing and a miss. He is retired. Strikeout number 1 for Nolan, and a huge second out for the cause for the Barons.
Huge second out indeed, but it won't be easy getting that 3rd one. Xavier Esker coming up here now. Gotten on a couple times today. Good speed and good pop.
That was the 12th strikeout today by Academy Barons pitching. The Stars pitching staff is K'd 11, so pitching has been exceptional today. So the bases loaded here is Esker. Strike 1. And we talked about the pitching really with the 2 starting pitchers. Quality start from Crodell, K'd 5, 8 Ks for Ternero, who went through 5 innings.
Yeah, really quality day for the pitchers, and that's such a good feeling to have as a pitching coach, especially in a collegiate summer ball where, the offenses can kind of take over games, and it can be hard for guys to really be able to go on long outings and get strikeouts, but that's what both Crodell and Ternero did today for both staffs.
It's now 1-1 for Esker. That's away. Ball 2.
Granted, I think, the Stars have done a nice job, especially as the game's gone on, and getting guys on. A lot of walks, stacking up some hits as well, and chance to open it up here.
Comes a 2-1 pitch to Xavier Esker. Fouled off to the right now to play. 2-2. And talk about the walks for Santa Barbara. They have 5. A couple hit batters. Just say Cade Miller was hit twice to get on board. And really just so far today, just 3 hits for Santa Barbara. Able to push in 3 runs, but a huge chance here. 2-2 pitch to Esker. Up the middle, here is Nielsen. We'll just have to touch second base for the force out, and the Sturs leave the bases juiced in the 8th. But we're going to the 9th. 3-run lead for Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the 9th inning, top of the order will be scheduled for the Barons. Easton Toomis will remain in this ball game. It will be Mertz, Williams, Nielsen. And we were just talking about the hits for Santa Barbara. Bottom of the 8th, 3 for Santa Barbara, just 2 for the Barons. Both off A.J. Crodell back-to-back with 2 down in the 4th. Other than that, solid pitching. Both pitching staffs has Cade at least 10 batters and 3-0 lead for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, and crucially, I think Santa Barbara was able to drive in the runs when they mattered. Take advantage of situational hitting, getting guys on and passing the bats. Barons haven't been able to do that today. They got 2 guys on, but then A.J. Crodell got them out. And, Toomis here, easy job. 3 outs and send the people home on their merry Saturday nights.
Strike 1 on Chip Mertz, gone 0 for 3. 2 groundouts to second. Cade back in the 6th against Crodell. First man he's facing, that's not AJ. Here's an 0-1. Strike 2 on a big swing from Mertz.
Massive cut. That's why the pitcher's been effective, especially for the Foresters. They get ahead and counts.
Comes the 1-1 pitch. The 0-2 pitch, rather, chopped in the hole. Here's Esker. Nice run. 1 away.
It's Mertz's 3rd time grounding out the second, but easily one where Esker, the second baseman, had to cover the most ground for the Foresters. Went from one side to the other and just got there in time before it snuck into the outfield. And nice out one.
1 away and the base is clear. Nathaniel Williams will stand in. He is struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice. First pitch well inside, ball 1. Santa Barbara this season, 11-4 their record here, Eddie Matthews Field. It's going to be at home the rest of the way. As Toomis now falls behind 2-0. 2-0 pitch is missing high and up. That's 3-0 now. Toomis looking to locate J.J. Nielsen will be next.
It's a dangerous hitter in Williams. You gotta be careful with him.
That's going to be ball 4. Missing away on the fastball from Easton. And Williams is aboard on 4 pitches, a 1-out walk in the 9th to bring up Nielsen.
Long call, I think. And tired, and a lot of other people thought we were going to get a delayed strike 1 call, but instead a 4-pitch walk to Williams to get on in the 9th, and he does have some speed. Be wary of
That's the first walk given up by Santa Barbara today. That is the first pitch strike now to Nielsen. The second free pass after there was a hit batter to lead off the 6th. 1 on, 1 out. Ground ball to end this ball game. 0-1 pitch is away. Good check from Nielsen, 1-1. Nielsen today has reached on air and struck out twice. Again, all against A.J. Crodell. 1-1. High fly ball in the shallow right. Clark moves in. Out goes Esker, and will be the second baseman to record the second out in the 9th. And the Barons down to their final out, Eddie Matthews Field.
Couple different guys. Sturs went over to get that one, but eventually Xavier Esker located the ball and waved everyone off. Nice play by the second baseman. Second out of the inning, and actually one away, as you mentioned.
Tommy Gooden has gone 1 for 3 as one of the 2 hits for the Barons. They'll take a fastball inside at 92 from Toomis, 1-0. Williams at first base. Toomis looking to take care of business. The 1-0 pitch to Gooden. Located for strike 1.
Way to attack back after missing away.
Comes the 1-1 pitch from Toomis to Gooden. Swing and a miss, and the Barons down to their final strike. The Sturs 1 strike away. The first team to 20 victories and winning the season series against the Barons. Comes the 1-2 pitch to Tommy Gooden. Fights it off. We will do it again.
Gooden trying to tough final out here. Top 5 prospect nationally. Guy who could have gone to the professional level, but heading to Vanderbilt in the fall.
It's upstairs 2-2, and down to second base goes Williams on indifference from Santa Barbara. He's now at second. Good when you look at his numbers. Pretty eye-popping this season with what he's done. It's a 2-2, and jam near the hands. It means 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tried to play for the hit by pitch there, but instead, again.
Looking for 1 more strike. Wrap up this ball game. 2-2 pitch to Gooden. Right side, it is Esker. And the second baseman will end the ball game for Santa Barbara. Toomis will pick up a save. A.J. Crodell, the winning pitcher for Santa Barbara. And a 3-0 win for Santa Barbara, and just 2 hits for the Barons. 5 hits between the 2 teams. Solid pitching from both ends, and the Sturs 20 wins now in the season and win the season series against the Barons.
Very definition of a pitcher's duel. A great day for both staffs, and especially for Santa Barbara. A.J. Crodell, 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, only 3 base runners allowed. Electric day for the starter, and then the bullpen shut it down from there. Only allowed 1 more base runner throughout the rest of the game, and clean work for the Forsters, who, as you mentioned, did another season series win. That's such a nice feeling to have as a team.
Final score 3-0, and the Sturs will be back in action tomorrow. They'll face an affiliate, the San Diego Bombers, before the All-Star break, so be sure to come on out and support the Sturs if you are in the Santa Barbara area. Great victory for Santa Barbara and for the entire team, the entire staff. For Nate Martin, I'm Hunter Schmink saying so long from Santa Barbara High School. We'll see you tomorrow with the first pitch at 2 o'clock local time. We'll see you then.
Thank you.